Let's analyze together what's happening right now with Palantir Technologies. Absolutely inhumane. Let's see the disclaimer right here and the video description below. And I gotta tell you guys, it's like it all started back in 2023, and we're talking about January. And it was nuts, you know. It's like after like an incredible downtrend from $44, it's like the stock went down minus 86%. Everything has been reversed since then, you know. And the crazy thing is like it's been 2 years, and we are right now plus 525% since those levels. And so obviously what happened here, we're gonna take a look at, you know, exactly what happened. And I gotta tell you guys, everything is behind the fundamentals. And we're talking about like the net income in particular. So if you take a look at that, you can clearly see why it changed, you know, why this trend reversal. And right here, you know, at the beginning, the first half of the chart, you can clearly see right here, this is like we are talking about negative net income, minus 148, minus 123, and so on and so forth. And then look at what happened exactly here in December 2022. It's like the first time they entered into profits, you know, and that changed everything. And right now we are actually in the best income, net income ever in the stock. And I really like the net income, because the thing here is with this net income is like the better, you know, the better financial results we have in the future, the better for the price action, you know. And you can see right here is like it started with 30. Right now we are talking about 134. And at that time, the stock was trading at $10, and right now it's trading at $38. So do you see the relationship? You know, it's like between the price action and net income is pretty clear. So obviously, the key question here is like, will this uptrend continue? So we're gonna take a look at the forecast, because the forecast is insane. You know, so from one side we have 12 analysts from Wall Street. And the average is minus 29%. It's like this, they're following this overbought territory. Because if we go back to the RSI and MACD, you can clearly see right here, you know, in the daily chart, even in the weekly, we are talking about like the most overbought territory in the stock in the last ever, I would say. You know, it all started back maybe in June 2023 was the first one. The second signal was in January 2024. And right now we are in completely overbought territory. And maybe that's one of the risks that we have here in this stock, you know. Apart from the net income that is really good, technical analysis, you know, at least in terms of oscillators, is not that good. Going back to the forecast, then we had another important piece of data. We're talking about the EPS and the revenue. And here the EPS, the estimate is 0.09. In that sense, if we compare that with the previous one, the estimate was 0.08 and then the reported was 0.09. So right now the estimate is the same as the reported earnings in the past. In that sense, if that comes true, imagine that we have similar net income as the previous one. Obviously the stock shouldn't skyrocket, you know. It's like, because obviously the net income is the same. So the price action, yeah, it could go up a little bit, but not that much. And right now it's skyrocketing, you know. It's like they are projecting even better earnings, and that's an important factor that you need to take into consideration. If they make it, the stock will continue to go up. But then if they disappoint in the upcoming earnings, and when we're talking about disappointment, we're talking about like for instance, a reported earnings of 0.08. If that happens, obviously this is the opposite. We're talking about like a negative surprise factor. And with Palantir, it's very important to notice that, because the surprises factors in the past, in the last 4 quarters, we're talking about 4 green surprises factors. That means that every time the reported earnings was better than the estimate. Here in the last one, we're talking about like a more than 11% of positive surprise factor. In the previous one, 3.52. In the previous one, 5, and then first one, 23. So obviously, right now, in terms of surprise factor, that's good, you know. If they make it again, if they make it happen again, the stock should follow, you know. The stock should go up according to this data. So I would say, you know, and this is my opinion, of course, the general risk that we have right now with Palantir, because they are lowering interest rates, and I think that's good for Palantir as well. The only risk that we have is like a market crash, you know. I mean, if we experience like a huge market crash in the S&P 500, Nasdaq, all stocks are affected when that happens. And if that happens, Palantir should suffer. But I say also, you know, when that happens and you see a market crash, you need to pay attention at the upcoming earnings and to see the reported earnings, you know, because if you see that they are holding the line and the net income is not that affected, that creates a huge buying opportunity. And I'm going to show you an example, because if we go, for instance, if we go to NVIDIA, because they have more data, you know, you can clearly see they have a lot of opportunities to buy the stock during those downtrends. It was affected a little bit. You can clearly see right here the net income was affected, and that's one of the reasons the stock went down a little bit. But obviously, look at that. You know, they started to make gains again and to recover those low levels, and the stock followed that price. You know, so this is the similar scenario that we have right now with Palantir. To take a look at the net income, if they hold the line during a market crash. And that's important, you know, the EPS and obviously the debt, because look at the debt that we have right now. The good thing is like we don't have much debt with Palantir, and that's good, you know. It's like we have low debt. Look at the free cash flow. They could pay all that debt at once, you know. That's very good. So this company is kind of healthy in that sense. Right now, guys, I'm gonna leave you, you know, to we have like right here a very interesting section, the most popular stocks, and we're gonna study this year 2024, and look at that. You know, we have NVIDIA, Intel, Palantir, super microcomputers. We only have 4 in green, and these 4 that we have right now, we're talking about the most popular stocks on Wall Street that are very commented worldwide. Super microcomputer, it started really good, you know, and then it was fading out from April. And the levels right now that we are experiencing in terms of price action is not that, they are not that good. Even somehow, it's holding the line, but it's not that good. The best ones, NVIDIA and Palantir. And look at that, NVIDIA was trading at $47, and right now it's at $115, insane. But with Palantir, something similar. $16 per share at the beginning of the year, right now $38. That's crazy, you know? We don't have so many stocks in the stock market, in the US market, which had a huge performance. They completely, you know, they did it better, way better than the S&P 500 for sure. So obviously, buying stocks like this, it's a good opportunity if you do it right, you know. And the key elements that you need to pay attention to, as I said, the net income, the estimates, and the technicals, the fundamentals. Even these lines that I draw, you know, it's like these support levels, they are important. You know, I look at this one is really cool, you know, because it just touched that area back in August 2nd, and it rebounded like crazy. So I had this line, I drew this line like right here when it was when we were trading at $16 in January 2024, and it's nice to see that happen. That line holding and being held up back in August. You know, I completely crazy after the earnings. You know, with this positive factor. So I hope you like this video, guys. You can leave your comments below. Welcome to the trading. To the trading show of Trading SD, Honest Trading. We talk about the most popular assets. You can follow us on YouTube and leave us a comment below. We're gonna read them all.